big backpack today. You can probably hear that sound off in the distance. It's extremely loud. That is cicadas. They're a bug. They come out like every 7 years or something. They get really loud, but then they go away. That's all I know. Loud bugs. We're gonna climb that mountain right over there and see if some modern mines are up there and open. I know they're there, but I don't know if there's any holes, but that's what we're gonna find out. I got my waders in this backpack. The weight and the load is much better distributed. Won't fix everything, but it should help. We're getting close to the first turn right. The right turn should take us up there. I guess it's not really a turn right so much as go straight. Monitor CB channel something. That's old. 80s or 90s. I don't think these two mines up here are very old at all. Maybe 90s, maybe 2000s, something like that. Oh, it's gonna be up all the way. Good times. I think those electric poles, they were supplying power to the mines up here. Some of the wires are on the ground, just degraded over time, just like this road has. No matter where you go here, always a mountain. I think we've pretty much reached the top-ish. I probably shouldn't say that, but I think so. So we're closing in on the first marker. Hopefully you can hear me over these bugs. They're very loud, very persistent. I don't know if you guys have ever seen a cicada or not, but they are big bugs. I've seen a couple on the ground. I'll show one to you if I see another one. You know what they sound like? They sound like the phasers on the original series, Star Trek. They really do. That's what I think. We had to take a turn, left turn, onto this old road. I guess this was the road to the first mine, maybe. Going the right way. They just left the old coal pile here. I guess that's refuse. Let's see what else is here. That's interesting. There's the rock facing. Let's see if they piled them all up. Concrete foundation right here. There's some cable for whatever building was here. These might be sealed. A little bit of water coming out of there. They probably used like a bulldozer or something to pile them up. So we might not find any holes here, but that's kind of neat. You don't usually see that. Pretty sure it's refuse. It's not actually usable. I'm gonna check over there maybe. All we need is one little hole down into it. No holes here. There's some old pipe over there. They were very good at covering these up. I mean, there's a little water coming out of there, but not a whole lot. They just blasted that off. There's a really small coal seam up there too. Definitely a newer one. Yeah, there's no holes over here either. Man, that sucks. They were good at it. I kind of figured they might, I don't know, I just had a feeling. They seem very official, and these are newer. You give it a little while though, that water coming off of that cliff may make some holes, man. You get enough of it pouring down there, it's possible. We got one more marker to check, so we're gonna head over there. Yeah, this is all coal shell refuse and stuff, not usable. There's a downed power line. It's the same line that we've been following. So we definitely know these aren't active. Alright, we're gonna keep following this trail. It should take us to the second marker. Probably the same company, just had two different operations. Hopefully they weren't as good at covering up this one. I'm also looking for older stuff. because you never know. That's a whole freaking pond in a rock face. It's really pretty up here. Giant rock wall over that way. I think that's where this is taking us. Check out this mountaintop ahead of us. Just a big sloping meadow. That is definitely a mining site. That is the end of the trail over here. I think it's a snake. I don't think he's gonna make it. Oh, there's a lot of water coming from somewhere. Over here. Let's see what we got. Not very promising, but you never know. People have come up here and had parties and whatnot. Guess it would be a good spot to camp out. I don't know if we got a hole here or not, but I'm gonna check. Not really. I ain't fitting through that. Man, I don't even know if that's diggable. We got a pipe over here. That one's going in too. We might could dig this out. It would just probably take a long time. Pipe coming out of the ground right here. That means there's something back there. You can see the blast marks in the rock. If I were to dig it out, this would be the spot right here because you can already see in. You just have to pull a lot of stuff out, man. That would take hours. Even then, I don't know. Depends on how far up they piled it up. You know, how far in they piled it. Which I've seen them pile it pretty far. I don't think there's any more entrances over here. This was just rock facing. And it looks like there's refuse piled up right there. So all the mining was going that way. Looks like this was just the rest of the operation. Little area. Electrical came from over there. I don't see any other ruins or anything. What's this little trail for? Just check and make sure there's no buildings or anything. I didn't see any from overhead, but you never know, you know? Looks like a little four-wheeler trail, maybe after the fact. Just for riding. Doesn't have anything to do with the mining operation. Man, they had a lot of power going in there. I guess they need it. Heavy machinery and whatnot. Okay, here's the intersection back to the main trail. I might hike up here just a little ways, see if there are any good views. There might be. I don't know. It's worth a look. Probably won't go too far, but I just want to see. It's all downhill from here anyway, so it can take a little bit more uphill this way. Looks like we found a mountaintop field. I mean, this could have been a strip mine or something at some point. It kind of looks like reclaimed land, but it kind of looks like just a mountaintop field, like an old homestead or something. Pretty cool though. All right, I'm gonna turn around, start back down. It was a bust for mines. Pretty good hike though. It was pretty. I mean, we found the mines. It just, one of them was totally sealed. The other one, it's kind of diggable. I guess it depends on how much time you got and how determined you are. I'm not saying we couldn't do it. We might do it. It would probably be a camp overnight type situation though. Okay, I made it all the way back down the mountain. Much quicker coming down than going up, obviously. I mean, it ain't like we can't find them, right? It ain't like we don't know where they are. It's just that they're either piled up, collapsed, submerged, gated, or gassed out. I'd say gated is the worst because it lets you see what you're missing. And it's wholly unnecessary. That's just my opinion though. That is a cicada. Noisy bug. That's one of them. Freaking noisy bugs. Today we're climbing Blacksnake Mountain again. All right, we're going back to the top because I want to know if my theory about what happened last time is correct. Then there's a bear. Little baby one. Where's the mom? Go away. Right at the start of the video. You gotta be kidding me, bro. The best that I can hope for is that I'll just pass by, no big deal. I thought it was a dog at first. It's definitely a bear. There it is. Come on, man. Thank you. Good grief. There are so many bear in this area. It's crazy. This is where I've had, I'd say 90% of my bear encounters. That one was a little baby. I don't know where mom is. That's what makes me nervous. I'm not worried about baby bear. I'm worried about mama bear. Last time it was a turkey. This time it was a bear. Next time it's gonna be a freaking mountain lion. All right, anyway, we're climbing up to Blacksnake Mine because I think what happened last time is I had my gas monitor too high on my chest maybe, and it was picking up my expelled CO2 because it was just hovering right on that line, that 19.5 line. So I'll just wear it lower on my person. We got a 3.5 mile hike to get there and a huge climb. At least I brought the good backpack today. Still got the waders. It's still heavy, but the weight is distributed better, so there's that. All right, I'm gonna make the hike. Start climbing shortly. Okay, we're about a mile in. Now we start the climb. Big climbs. No use complaining. Just get it over with. Okay, we reached the top. Whew. Good climb. I think it's like 1,200, 1,300 feet, something like that. I don't know. 3.5 miles of it. All right, moment of truth. Let's see what the oxygen meter says today. God, I hope it's all right.
Attention please, oxygen gas, low concentration. Attention please, oxygen gas, low concentration.
Here we go again. So it wasn't too close to my mouth. Same spot as last time. We're gonna go a little ways and see what it looks like in here. How far down it goes. Right now. Let's see what we got in here. .2. I want to see what it looks like on this side, just in case. Maybe it'll get better or worse. I don't know. This was the conveyor line over here. .5. You gotta be kidding me, dude. This one's screwed up, man. I just want to get a picture of this over here. freaking conveyor belt, huh? Pipes and everything coiled around. I don't know how far back it goes, unfortunately. We're at 18.5%. So we can't stay down here long. In fact, I probably should get out of here right now. Can't stay in that extended periods of time. .9 is a little bit better. What if we go this way just a little bit? .1. Maybe it's because it's the main line with the exit behind us. It's actually a little bit higher now. What is that thing? Matrix Design Group. Some kind of monitor or something. It's got a bell. Permissible minor tracking system. I guess it tracks people where they're at. It lets them know if they're in trouble or something, maybe. .9. No matter where we go, it starts dropping. I do not understand why, man. Something has obviously changed. Maybe the water got higher, I don't know. This sucks. I don't get it. It's just totally gassed out. I guess I need to stop messing around with this one because it's not going to get any better, at least for the foreseeable future. Maybe in the wintertime, maybe. Such a stark difference, man, compared to what it used to be, you know? All right, we can turn around because we can't go any farther. This does help, though. You do start to feel it after a while. Trust me. Man, that sucks because that's such a good one. Maybe if I give this one a little while, it'll forget that I'm not supposed to be in there and it'll, you know, totally just move on with whatever it's doing here. I'll come back randomly, surprise it, and it'll be fine. All right, 3 mile hike back. Yeah, buddy. I think one of the problems we're having here is the fact that, like, that's the only part that's open. All the other entrances are closed. So there's really no way for air to circulate. So I guess it's just continuously getting worse and worse. I don't know. This used to be part of the conveyor belt. I guess that was like the gearbox or whatever. The top part's gone. Yeah, they don't turn anymore. Never looked over here. Emergency breather. Old one. I think that's what this is. It's emergency oxygen. Quite a bit older than what we're used to seeing. Looks like a giant tarp pond. Wow. The electric lines are now kind of laying in it. Not going swimming. Yeah, I guess we'll have to give this one a little while, you know? Let it chill. Maybe it'll fix itself. You can only stay in 18.2 for so long, you know? It's just not safe. We might get rained on the way down. Kind of hope we don't, but not too far from the car now. I think it's starting to rain, or it's about to. I don't know if I'm gonna beat it or not. I think the rain's coming. Almost to the car. Just a little bit further. You guys know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I don't know where we're going next. Got several plotted, but haven't decided which one yet. Hopefully whichever one it is, it won't gas us out. Anyway, we'll see you next time.